Hello there. Hello everyone. So in this video, this is the third video and my most favorite tips that I have used, and I also found this technique extremely effective when learning. This is also scientifically backed, and that is what we are going to call a Spider-Man technique. If you're learning as an adult, you have to learn as an adult. And that is very much against the language learning instinct itself. So children, when they learn, they start with the most simple aspects and they gradually progress. They observe, they look at a cat drinking milk, and then the mom might say, a cat drinking a milk glass, the cat is hungry, and the mother might ask the kid, are you hungry? So the kid effectively uses the situation and the context, assimilates it, and it's able to connect the word. The sounds from the mother, then they look at the cat. All this help them to understand the context and also build words and phrases. So the child's learning starts from childhood, then into adulthood with a gradual building block of simplest words to complex sentences. So the grammar, words, and phrases are learned automatically and subconsciously. But that is not the case with you people. You do not like grammar, you do not want to pay focus intensely for a long time, and you, as adult learners, would right away want translation for phrases such as this. One of the learners wanted this to be translated. You have misrepresented my thoughts. That's how we want the translation. Well, we as adults, we cannot go back. We cannot look at the cat. We cannot look at the mother. We cannot look at the glass of milk. We require a different system, right? And one of the effective methods is to use imagination and connection. So try to think of these phrases. He scolded me. He screamed at me, he yelled at me, chided, censured. Somehow they all connected, though they are not exactly of the same meaning. Now listen, try to understand this concept. The first phrase, he scolded me. Avan enna thittana. Then imagine you come across another word. Avanga en mele erinji vizhundanga. This is to express extreme frustration and anger at someone. Erinji vira. Word by word translation is to become a flame and fall or lunge at someone. I hope you understand. Now, is this not a new word for you? Erinji vira. Now, try to stick it to romba thittanaga. Now, connect the two words. Avanga romba kattaranga means she's yelling at me. That's another word. And moonjila adicha madiri pesranga means she talks abruptly, sharply, flat on one's face. And this is another phrase that you have learned. The thing is, you have to try to connect all these words. The minute you learn a word or a phrase, if it's new to you, you have to connect it to something that you already know. So the more and more you learn, you should try to connect them with another word and build a spider web kind of a word system. As spider web gets stronger, as more and more threads are connected, so it's exactly the same here. Many of you might think that the more you learn, the more confusing it gets. No, it gets stronger. If one word fails, another word would automatically come to your rescue. So now you can even look for the opposite of these words that you have learned just now. She talks kindly or in a kind manner. Avanga anba pesranga. She talks consolingly. Avanga aravanaipa pesranga. She talks supportively. அவங்க ஆதரவா பேசுறாங்க. Now all these words, every time you learn a new word, never let them hang alone in your mind. You will surely forget it unless you connect it to something else in your mind. So, just a quick few seconds, it can be very rewarding. It can be, your mind is capable of building powerful mind maps that you will be astonished by its prowess one day. So, you have to connect all the words. You learn something new, connect it to something. It need not be exact something, it can be something nearby. You have to just find something nearby and connect it. So look at this word, for example. Vachirken means I have. So I have a car, na car vachirken. I have an account in American Bank le account vachirken. Therefore, this is a very straightforward meaning. But let's look at this. Now, vachirkavana means I'm waiting to settle score or get even with him. So you have that pent up anger or frustration which is ready to explode. Okay, now look at this word. And for learners like you, the first one is quite easy to remember. But to remember something like the second one and third one, you definitely have to have a little imagination and then try to link it to the first word or something else which you can immediately think of. Now, finally, this one, spider, that is Silandi. Because we are talking about Spider-Man technique, spider is Silandi or Ettukal Poochi, means it has 8 legs. Ettukal Poochi. Now, and a cobweb, you know what a cobweb is? That is a spoiled old spiderweb that you see in the old buildings in the corners. So just imagine, that is called as Ottada. So just imagine you learn the word Ottada. You have to link it to Silandi and Silandi Vale, and of course that is the Ottada. And if you know any more words, just imagine immediately an old, debilitated house. Paradanja Veed. To quickly remember, Ottada, Silandi, just imagine you're learning the new word Paradanja Veed. Quickly, make it stronger by remembering anything that you know already, like Ottada, Silandi Vala. So the word will come in a flash and go, and that is going to help you to remember more and more words. It's going to be very, very helpful. And this linking and connections and mapping is just not for words. It can come handy for science, economics, engineering, medicine. And of late, I use this technique to remember pages and pages of complex music notations.